Greetings and welcome back to Production Line. I'm KatherineOfSky, and I have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, actually trying to figure out the ratios and basically spreadsheeting all of the assemblies in the factory. And I wasn't even sure I would have an episode today because I spent so much time basically running a game to get every single bit of research, because one of the things that happens when you buy stuff, like upgrades, like a sat-nav, is watch the time. So for electronics, it now takes 4 seconds, but if I buy the sat-nav, it takes 4.6 seconds. So in order to set up the factory for proper throughput, to get a car every 4 seconds made, we are going to have to go back through what we did last time and then basically go through the entire factory again. So I'm going to plan for worst case scenario, meaning that I want to have everything that we can have. Electronics, I know that in the research there are a bunch of them. Let me look at my little chart here. Ah, yes, we have sat-nav, in-car music, Bluetooth phone support, and voice recognition. And all of those add up to a lot of different time additions to this. So what I'm going to do is, first thing is fit electronics with all of those items is going to take 6.3 seconds. So we definitely need a second of these assemblies. Not only that, but even with all 3 robots installed, it will not take it down to below 4 seconds. With all 3, it'll take 5.1 seconds to get all of this stuff organized. So my thought is, in cases like that, we don't actually need to put any robots at all. I mean, if it takes too many seconds, then there's no point in doing it. So what I want to do is just get these things a little bit optimized and do that. So let's get here. We need to have our fit electronics go here. Let's get rid of this thing. There we go. This is not ideal, because I think we're supposed to need an aircon thingy over there too. Fit electronics. Alright, well, that's okay. We're just going to get it going. So, by the way, I am also playing the very latest version of the game, which is 1.03. So a lot of cool changes have been made, bugs have been fixed, so I'm really excited about that. One of them, as you will notice, when you drag a conveyor belt, you no longer get the pop-up window. Yay, that is awesome. Okay, so, all right, we got our high-speed conveyor rollers. All right, let's get all of the efficiency things, if we have not done so. I think we have. All of this is researched. So the next thing I want to do is start getting some of these nice items so that we can kind of install them in our cars. So let's just go ahead and just start on those guys. And let's see. So for fit electronics, we can already buy the sat-nav. So let's just do that. Let's just get it and call that good. So let's check on our windscreens. So windscreens, let's see. That is going to cost us, let's see, 8.6 seconds with no robots. Let's see if we can bring it down to 8 exactly with robots number 2. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's buy robots number 2. All right. And basically, I'm buying for the future when there's going to be, you know, the upgrades for the windscreen, which is the automatic wipers. So that's going to be good. So seats, what have we got in the seats category? Okay, again, this is one of those that's 9.6 at final stage. So what we need to do is, the best combination is to get all 3 sets of robots on the seat fitting area. Okay. So yeah, because here we have those upgrades, as you can see: driver airbag, passenger airbag, heaters, leather interior, heated seats. So let's go ahead and buy all of these robots so that we'll be ready when we finally unlock all of those guys. Okay, let's go this way. All right, horn is... Okay, it's going to be 7.0 at max, and then lights are also 7.4, so we don't really need to worry about those two items. And then the aircon, did I get the aircon thing yet? Shoot, I did not. That should be our next research. But that's going to be, we can only bring it down to 4.2, so we'll need another 2 assemblers for aircon. All right, great. So this whole part of the factory is finished. With exception of, we just need to watch it for when we get full throughput, make sure that we have supply stockpiles and get everything going in that way. All right, the next section is, what is this? This is the tire bits. Ah, yes, so this is the engine fitting area. So I'm just going to cut off this supply for now. I'm going to let all these cars kind of pass through here. Let's look in the showroom. We have an awful lot of cars here. Don't look back. Oh boy. Can I change the price? There we go. Okay, let's get, I want to get that aircon assembler, or thingy. Environmental features. There we go. That's the right one. All right, let's just reduce the price on these guys a little bit. Yeah, these guys are suffering under insufficient resources. That is something that the dev is working on, by the way, guys. Right now they're taking from the closest resource importers, but it's going to be changed so that it will balance better between other importers, as I understand it. All right, so the next thing, let's choose the next research project, and then we'll bring it back down to regular speed. So let's get air conditioning. Ah, yeah, that's where the aircon comes in, and that leads to all the other climate control options. We can leave that because that's going to go right after the windscreen. So let's go back and go to the next area, the fit engine whole thing, which we can just delete all of these assemblers here for that. Okay, here we go. And let's get our conveyors out of here as well. Get this valve assembly out. So the one thing that we'll have to be aware of is on any assembler that we only need like one assembler that does 4 seconds for processing time. Those we're just going to watch for resources and see if we need stockpiles around them, and maybe even speed them up just slightly so that we can get the cars out of the way. But that we'll kind of cross that bridge when we come to it, but it is something that I am concerned about for sure. Alrighty, now let's just get rid of all this, all these bits and pieces here. And it's something that we could even add like a couple of robots to, just to get it, you know, pushed through faster, you know, so it can get to the other assembly areas. All right, so let's go to the fit engine area and make sure that we have all of our assemblers ready to go. Okay, and we'll start with the steering wheel thing. That's the last thing that we need to put in here. So according to my chart, we will need 3 of these because at final timing, it's going to take 11.2 seconds and it only reduces to 9.1. So we're going to need several of these assemblers, unfortunately, for that. So let's just get rid of this. And let's see, fit steering wheel, because there's a lot of upgrades that go into this one. And there we go. And there we go, another one. Let's get that going. So conveyors, pull out. Okay, so that's those. And next one is going to be the steering column, and we only need 1 of them if we use robots 1 and 3. So, and that'll be exactly 4 seconds if we do that. Okay. Aircon. Yeah, let's go with the climate control. That's fine. I guess I'll put this in the center for now. Alright, and we'll get the conveyors going. Okay, good. Now, we have our... Oh yes, we need to figure out... We wanted steering column. Let's see, we wanted robots 1 and 3 for this. 5 and 3. There we go. These guys, let's see if we have any upgrades for this yet. Not yet. We'll put those in though when we get them organized. Now, do these all have their stockpiles going? I think they must. All right, so steering column is done. Now, brakes. Let's get brakes. Kind of looking at my chart here. Yeah, it's 6 seconds and goes down to 4.9, so we're gonna need 2 assemblers for brakes. Like this, and brakes. There we go, right here. So we'll get these leading there. Okay, great. Brakes, yeah, and we don't need any robots there. Tires, we're gonna need 2. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a space between each of these just in case we can switch them around a bit later. Okay, and I'm gonna move my little chart over a little bit because I'm having too many columns at the same time. So wheels we can only bring down to 4.1, so unfortunately again we're gonna have to have 2 of these guys for that. Now exhaust is next. Yep, 2 of those as well because we have a total of 6.1 on these guys with all the upgrades and stuff. Okay, radiator, again 2 of them needed. And I will connect all these up in just a bit with the conveyor belts. Okay, so for the valves. Valves are very exciting. According to this thing, we only need actually 1, but in my other factory, because valves is going to be at, let's see, 4.0 with robots 1. So let's get robots 1, and there it is, 4.0. But in the factory that I made go a long time and get all the research with, there are so many valves I had to put stockpiles and put a second assembler for valves just because it just couldn't get resources fast enough. So let's try it with 1 because that's our, you know, ratio that we're looking at, but I'm thinking that may have to be changed. All right, next thing, let's go starter motor. And that one, we can get down to 4.0 if we have robots 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and add that here. So let's do robots 2 and 3. Down to 4 seconds, perfect. And the flywheel, we need 2 for those, 2 of these guys. There we go, boom. Now let's connect all these up with the conveyor belt. Alrighty. Okay, and we need to get the cars from the paint drying over here. And we'll just do it like that for now. Okay, you guys go ahead. Feel free to come along the line. Have fun. Now the next thing I want to do is, let's first get these hooked up to the resource importers. Pretty important. Or the resource conveyors, I should say. Okay, this one, whoops, okay. Now one of the things I've noticed that we have not yet gotten is something absolutely intolerably unpleasant. Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Our people are going silently. In-car music, total necessity. So let's get that going. I feel so bad for my peoples that are buying these cars without music in them. It's kind of slightly, more than slightly dreadful. Okay, let's go ahead and go this way. Head off to the resource importer. Okay. This, I'm going to connect that here as well. In fact, I'm going to connect this one to this whole things just in case it will help. Okay. How do I want to connect this? Okay, there we are. All right, excellent. I think we've got it sorted. And just for funsies, let's connect this up to here as well. Just delete these conveyor belts there. Okay. Just in case we might be able to import from this slot. It's kind of a, well, we'll see. One of the cool things that was added in this recent patch is the ability to see stuff coming along the lines. There you see the little parts coming along the conveyor belts. Isn't that awesome? I love this. So you can see where, you know, is stuff actually coming to this assembly, and there it goes, which is pretty nice. I like it. All right, let's go through these and see if we have any upgrades. Okay, none there for flywheels. I don't know why I checked both of them. They're both going to be the same. Okay, valves, none. Okay. Radiators, I forgot. You know, I've done this spreadsheet and there are lots and lots of extra items that you can get for the cars. But obviously I don't have them all researched. So we're just checking on that right. Oh, anti-lock brakes. Let's get them. Anything else? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Fit steering column. Nope. Okay, nothing yet, but here we are in our factory and it's looking pretty good. Okay, so here's what I was talking about this valve problem. Looks like there are valves coming in from this side. I'm thinking what we may need to do is actually get a stockpile here so that it can keep getting them all the time instead of having this great gap in between. Because there it goes, insufficient resources, next car has to wait. And it's waiting, and the things are coming, and stuff is ordered again, but there's this huge gap in between. So I think if we get a stockpile, that might fix it. Let's get, yeah, power steering, why not? Anyway, so let's try that. Let's try to get the stockpile to be as near as possible to this assembly here. Maybe right there, like right there. Yeah. Conveyor over here. You please order valves. Many, all of them. Boom, 36. Yeah, all right. So I want to see how this runs. So this is going to order, hopefully, valves. Where? From where? Anywhere? Is it getting any? It is getting any, but apparently the that new feature does not work with this. I shall report it. All right, this is a new vehicle design. One of the cool things that I have discovered is that you do not have to name your vehicles. So I'm not going to, unless I can think of a particularly good name, because until we get all of the things, we're going to have like miscellaneous, yes, we have this, but not that, and this, not that, and it can be kind of annoying. Oh, look at this. This is, so see still, insufficient resources, and I'm wondering, why does this not order like a full stockpile? Because it stops getting them, but if we go a little bit slower, we can see some of these pallets are never filled. So I'm thinking that could be improved with other stuff. Okay, power steering adjustment, that sounds nice. We can add that to our I think it's in the steering column thing. Let's go to that then. Is that in the steering column or wheel? I forget. No, it's in the steering wheel. Okay, so let's just buy that. Buy it, buy it, buy it for all these things. There we are. Good. Oh, and they need new parts too. So that's another thing that I've kind of seen is that sometimes, you know, if you get these new things, you need other items like servos and stuff instead of just the basic stuff. So maybe that's what this one is doing. Maybe there is another part, but I don't think that valves have any upgrades. Looks like it's leaving room on the palette, but basically it's just creating an annoyance of itself. So I'm thinking, because there's this backup here, I'm gonna put 2 valve makery things in here. So let's move this guy, move the supply stockpile, move this, and just basically put them in line with the rest. So let's get our valves again. There we go. Oh, yeah. Valves, valves, valves. Okay, and let's look at our numbers again. Valves, we needed robots. Well, actually, now it doesn't matter. We don't need any robots because we have 2 of them, and we can afford to go 8 seconds if we need to with 2. And as it is, it'll be 4.4 seconds. All right, so let's go ahead and, okay, let's get our resource conveyor. Oh, here we go, new design. Markup, good, save without name. I love not having to do a name. Oh man, I know that's probably, maybe it's cheaty not to like have to do a creative name. I'm not quite sure. But okay, so let's run this and see. Are we going to get enough valves for both of them to not have horrible delays? No. We're still having delays, which is annoying. Oh my god. All right, let's get a stockpile again and see if that helps. Hoping it'll help. All right, let's put this right here. So it is just close to, just prior to the conveyors that go to both of these assemblies. Let's get our conveyor, clonk it down, and add valves. Okay, 36 is good. Okay, fast forward. Just want to see how often this insufficient resources pops up. Aha, here's another car. You must be getting some very... I'm not quite sure what the differences are, to be honest. I'm not looking closely enough. I know it says on the screen, I just haven't looked very well. Gosh, we have so many cool things to add to the cars. And each of these, hey, each of these will gain us a markup, which is even nicer. All right, so we have a huge filled warehouse stockpile of this stuff. And it is not getting to these other places. And it's just going like really, really slowly. So I'm wondering if this is even slower than the other way. I don't know. It almost seems slower. So this is not great. This is really not great. This is entirely ungreat. So I don't know how that problem can be fixed. Do I need two stockpiles, maybe? Maybe it's a limitation of the output speed of the stockpile? Could that be it? No. Oh wait, we already got that one. Yeah, let's get these, just all the generalized categories so we don't have those red researchers staring us in the face. So this could be the problem, is, you know, it can only output so many per second. So maybe this one needs its own stockpile. In which case, maybe I'll move this one a square further, like here, to be next to that one. And then the next stockpile can be here, like this way. And we'll get our conveyor to be going from here to there. Connect that way. This one can go there. Don't know if that will help, but we'll try it. valves, please. Okay, and we'll see if this one, and note that I am also putting the output square, which is the one with this gray stuff underneath it. That's where it outputs to the world. So let's see, choose next research project, phone support, why not? I'm not adding these at the moment because it's too annoying to keep track of which one has what product on which assembly line, so I'm just basically going to do it at the end. Now this is interesting. So this has insufficient resources. The stockpile nearest to it has 1,036,000,000, and it's still not getting resources. Why is that? This I do not know. There must be a confusion in the system. Huh. I wonder if is it trying to get them from here? This is bewildering now. Aha. But that's okay. That's why we try stuff out. So we can report back and figure out if it's working or not. That's still not working. I know it's connected. It's clearly connected. And that one cannot be closer by any means, surely. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Don't abandon the game. No! Right, I'm gonna take a screenshot and post this on the forums because this is very bewildering, this whole situation here. Anyway, I think... Oh, this looks interesting. Why are these little... Oh, let's see if I delete this conveyor and add a new conveyor. Will that work? No. Alright, well, in any case, well, I think we will leave it at that, and we will go ahead and do the painting next time. I've calculated the rounds of time for those, and hopefully we will be able to get this painting put through at a much faster pace. And we'll try to figure out this valve problem and see if we can solve it. So thank you so very much for joining me. I'm Katherine of Sky. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time.